Okay, so I am live, at least in StreamYards. I do not see me. Oh, there it is. In StreamYards. There
I
it is.
just got a notification. I don't know why I didn't get your notification from this morning.
I don't know. That seems to happen more and more often.
On the other hand, to be fair, I was being impatient because I thought I had understood that you were going to go at 6:20 and it was 6:30. And so I went to your channel and I saw you were live and I thought, well, there we go. I didn't get a notification again, but then I clicked on it and I was first. So,
Yeah.
so it could be, I shouldn't say I didn't get a notification.
Well, good morning, Michael Blade. How are you doing?
Hey, Michael Blade. I'm just powering up this tablet so I can watch your chats.
Yeah, you know what happened?
No.
I was watching a video and I had intentions of going up at 6:25.
6:25. Okay.
And I look, John DiNardo, good morning, and Rick Halber, good morning. And I looked down at my watch and it was 6:28, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
So but I got here in the end.
And you made time fly, therefore.
Yeah. So yeah, let me see here. Did I want to make sure I got my email sent out?
Try to block that light. That light comes on when it wants to.
Good morning, Brad Alston.
Hey, Brad.
Good evening, Peter Carroll.
I'm getting there.
Oh.
There you are.
Peter, I apologize. I forgot to send you the link. Let me do that now.
Hey, Michael Blade, John DiNardo, Rick Halber, Brad Alston, Peter Carroll.
Will you be safe, John DiNardo?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
We're not looking at you anymore. We're looking at Off the Cuff with Ashley, or at least I am. It's up next. This looks like your live stream died. Hang on.
Really?
I'm wrong. My tablet wanted to switch to another video. It didn't like this one. Who's that ugly guy on the left? Or right. Ugly guy on the right.
Well, see, it depends on how you're facing.
Yeah, well.
So the correct what? Good morning, Builder 710. Hey, Builder 710, I saw you come in the chat as I was ending my live stream. Thank you for being there. I do appreciate it, and glad you're here.
Hey, Builder 710. I tried to go live this morning, folks, but it just said connecting, and I never was able to establish a connection. And as it turns out, I can turn this camera around. Well, I don't need to, though. As it turns out, it's raining anyway. So that's that.
Yeah.
But I tried to go live this morning. I really wanted to. I had plans.
I bet you did.
Sunshine.
I think you were going to
Richmond, Virginia. Then I wish I was in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, we obviously we got sunshine here in Oak Grove, Virginia, too. So
yes, obviously we have confirmation that the Earth is still spinning.
Yes.
Or for the flat earthers, whatever it is that happens has happened.
My wife asked me one time why we all did these sunrise every weekend. I said to prove that the world is still spinning.
That's right. I'm going to turn that light off if I possibly can.
Hey, Peter Carroll, no problems, brother.
I can't do it. It has a mind of its own.
I saw it flashing,
I pushed the off button. I'll show you
and
this.
and it just comes back on, huh?
Yeah, watch this.
Wow.
See if I can show this boat. You'll see the. So, hang on. There we go. So here's the off button. One press.
Wow. Is that because the door is open?
It's because it has motion sensor in it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
extremely sensitive, apparently. But I haven't found a way.
Apparently so. SJM Drones and Media. Good morning, Steve.
Hey,
Welcome to
SJM
the
Steve.
chat. Johnny Drone Flyer. Good morning.
Johnny Drone Flyer. I didn't see you there. Well, it's starting to actually rain pretty solid now.
Is it?
Yeah.
So I guess you don't have any plans for today then, huh?
We're going to Sugar Hill. So tomorrow morning I'll be at Lake Lanier.
Oh, okay. Is that up by where your son lives?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Hopefully you'll be able to go live then.
Hopefully. I can't promise a thing, obviously. You know, part of the reason I went live last night was to prove I'd be able to do it this morning. It's more or less a test, but that's the reason I hadn't changed the title. It was kind of I told you a couple of hours before I did it that I was going to do it.
Yeah. And I had actually planned on doing it before you let me know.
Oh.
And then you said you were going up, and I said, okay, well, we'll make it a practice for tomorrow, for
there you go.
Today, this morning.
That was the plan. That was the intent. There we go. Now we don't have a camera light in there.
Oh, that is much better right there.
But, oh, well. Anyway, it is what it is.
I need to get me some different blinds for this window. I got that little spot of sunshine right there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And you know, that's coming through where the string goes up through the blinds.
Yeah.
That's coming through one of those.
Oh, my goodness.
It looks a lot bigger than it really is.
So that's in honor of the captain, right? That's a ray of sunshine.
Fly natural. He thought I was just glowing.
So SJM Drones has 5. I don't know. I'm really tempted to get the Mini too. Really tempted. I have the Mini, but on occasion I have Wi-Fi problems with it, and Mini 2 solves that. That's the only thing that I find negative about the Mini. Is
the Mini 2?
No, the Mini.
Oh,
the Mini 1. It's Wi-Fi for me hasn't been solid at all. Even when I was at I don't know if you remember, I went to Tybee Island about a year ago, and we had a beautiful sunrise there. And then after I flew the Mavic 2, I flew the Spark. I flew the Mini, and during that live stream, which I was sharing through Streamlabs, you could see signal loss, and it would last for 15, 20 seconds at a time, completely black screen. You know, and if the craft hadn't been within eyesight, that would have been a bit of a problem for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly, and Fly Natural says that the Mini 2 has OcuSync.
Correct.
So,
yeah,
hopefully that'll take. But, you know, I didn't buy the Mini I waited because I was kind of leaning towards buying a Mavic 2 Zoom,
Yeah.
and then the Mavic Air 2 came out, and I went ahead and bought that one.
Yeah.
And so far, I've been happy with it. I need to get out here and try doing a live stream with it, though.
Yeah. Well, first you need to get Streamlabs or DU Recorder or whatever it is working for you. So
Yeah.
Brad Alston, don't be fooled. Like the Mavic Air 2, that is not an optical zoom. That's a digital zoom, and the way they pull that off is that they reduce the quality as they're zooming. Now, if you're 1080p, it's not going to. It'll act sort of like an optical zoom up to 4K. But that next 2x, completely your digital zoom. So the pixels get bigger. That's how it works.
Yeah. Well, I finally figured out how I was having trouble trying to figure it out, but I finally figured it out on how to make it zoom.
Yep.
And it does all right. It doesn't look too bad, but definitely not the quality of picture you would want with a zoom. But hey, it works.
I have nothing against those crafts are good. I just don't want people to be fooled. I do a lot of zooming in post production, and it makes a difference if your original is 4K versus 1080 or whatever. If you're already shooting at 1080 and you try to zoom in, then it looks like you'd expect it to look.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that the craft's going to do.
Well, I found out that my computer just doesn't do well with editing for.
Oh,
at least Adobe Premiere doesn't.
Yeah, I have a pretty beefy system, so
one of these days I want to upgrade my computer, build me a supercomputer.
Yeah, but I'm not putting down the Air 2 or the Mini 2. I think that zoom feature is probably pretty cool. I have no experience with it, but I feel it's a shame that that's a selling point because it's not actually zooming. It's a function of the app.
It's like I bought a Canon camera once, and it said it had and I guess all I saw was it has a 20 times zoom.
Is this a sure shot camera?
Yeah.
And the lens actually, what's the word I want? It actually came out.
Yeah, it was
half of the zoom,
in and out,
and the other half was optical, was digital, right?
Yeah.
I have that camera. I still have it. Or
I think I've got it around here somewhere still.
Don't like it anyway. And again, I'm not putting those crafts down at all. I like I said, I want the Mini too. I really do.
Well, I've been hearing good things about it. I mean, Ken Dono and who else did I watch?
I avoided all of the rumors on purpose. I waited until I never watched a Mini 2 video at all until Thursday this past.
Well, I find it strange, and I'm not putting anybody down. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not putting people down, but there are people doing haven't got it yet,
Yeah.
And if I was going to do reviews, which I will probably never do because I'm just not good at it and I'm too honest. And if something's crappy about it, I'm going to tell you. I mean,
well, there are a lot of good reviewers that'll do the TJ sorry, TDR drone reviews, Brian, I think he tells you the truth.
I think he
I
does. I
it's
think he
right
does
off
a
the
good
cuff,
job at it.
he says it. I really believe him. And there are a few like that.
Hey, Night Train. Good morning. How's it going, Mike? Well, I sent out invites. I imagine Ron Lockwood isn't going to be on today because I think he's at work.
I hate
So
when that happens. Well, good for you, Mike. I hope your video comes out great. I'd actually like to see it if you're going to share it.
Oh, cool, Mike.
We pause now for station identification.
I couldn't believe how nice it was this morning.
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Not here so much.
So I got to thinking, Dennis.
Yes.
You were building that Fletcher class destroyer.
Yes.
And you were having was you couldn't get the barrel right? And the mast?
Yeah.
So I got to thinking, what if we could find a whatever file you need that of just the gun turret, and then you could build the gun turret, print the gun turret, and then just glue it on.
The problem is that turret, the gun is at an angle. It's not going to lay flat on the bed.
Oh, okay.
And, the printer doesn't do well at printing in midair, unfortunately, It's hard to describe the problem because you have to think in 3D or be used to it. I'm used to it, so I don't have to think in 3D. I understand how that works now, but anyway, it has to go out to a point in space and drop plastic without it falling down to the tray, right? Down to the bed.
Right, yeah.
And that's the challenge. So anything that prints at an angle, like the guns are, I think about, it's a very small degree, very small incline, but it is an incline. And it even starts out high, right? So even if it was straight, it would still be off the bed.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, okay. I get that.
Yeah, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to print them with the guns pointing up, and I've already shaved off that portion. I just haven't gotten around to it because I don't like failure, and I just think it's not going to work well. But I need to try it. I really need to try it.
Well, it was just a passing thing. I got
it's a cool thing, and
yeah, it is.
Guns, it might be okay. It's just not the same. But I have the mast. Did I show you the mast?
No.
Oh, hang on a second. I'll get the bird. I started to say bird. I'll get the boat. Be right back.
Okay. Hey, Brad, no worries, buddy. I get it. It's tough going to bed. See, I woke up at 3 a.m. Uh-oh. El Presidente. Dude, I thought you were supposed to work today.
I do. I go in at 11.
Okay. So how you doing, man?
I'm all right. Just really getting out of the bed.
So what's the weather like there?
I could have went up. It's kind of overcast, but I just look out the door. I can see the sun, so it just came up like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So there's the mast.
That's cool. That should work.
And yeah, I did the same kind of thing with this. And it's going to sit right there. So I can just glue that, and then when I paint it, it'll be no big deal. You won't notice.
Okay.
So same thing here. Here are the guns without any.
Without the barrels.
Yeah. So all I need to do is print the barrel, which I'm going to do the same kind of way. It'll have a flat piece like this has, and
Gotcha.
of course, they're not nearly this big, right? But you get the idea. That's what they're going to look like, sort of.
Oh,
but much thinner.
Yeah. Now, as far as placement on the mast,
I believe I need to look at the
should
pictures,
be.
but I believe it
belongs
here.
No, it actually should be aft of the director, which is that very top. I'm pointing at it, like you can see where I'm pointing at.
Yeah. Oh, over there.
See right in front of the first stack there?
Here.
Back up forward. The next stack. It should be just in front of that stack, right behind
right
the
here.
gun director, right there. Yeah, that's where it should be.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the picture would have shown me that. If you can see.
Are you making an upscaled version of a Battleship?
Yeah. If you can see here, it looks like there's an indentation there, and I thought that's where this belonged.
Well,
okay, so
it should be there.
Yeah, and it will be there. You know,
it's there right now.
It's there right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Roosevelt, by the way.
How you doing?
You can see these other guns; they survived this print.
Oh man, those torpedo tubes look great.
Yeah, I call them guns.
I bet you he knows how to make a real one too.
Yeah, right. That's a little bit more of an investment, I'm afraid.
Big time.
But anyway, so that's the current status. So I can at least do that much, and it's pretty nice. You know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it would be better if we had these gun barrels pointing out here.
Absolutely. Good morning, Jack Sparky Fron. He's saying good morning to you, El Presidente.
Oh, good morning, Jack. What's up, man?
Hey, Jack. Hey, Tim Jackson.
Who else is in the
Jackson,
chat?
good morning.
Rick, Tim, Peter, Brad, Dean, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
So I'm going to post the link. You know what? I'm going to be in a lot of trouble.
I thought you already were.
Well, I was when you came on, but now I'm going to be even more trouble because I told Adrian that I would send him a link, and
you didn't.
Don't do it.
I didn't. I forgot.
Yeah, tell him you forgot. That's it.
Well, they're going to tease me about being old anyway, so
now that you mention it.
Shut up.
If you didn't want that, you wouldn't have brought Roosevelt in.
That's right. Actually, I kind of like the attention.
So Rick wants to know, Rodney, if you were on one of those ships.
No, I was not on a Fletcher class destroyer. The two destroyers I was on, the first destroyer was USS Towers DDG-9. It's a Charles F. Adams class DDG. It was built in the late 1950s. I think it was built in 1959. And then the USS Preble DDG-46 was the other destroyer I was on, and it was built around the same time frame, actually. But back then, the Preble was considered a cruiser, and the Towers was considered a DDG. Guided Missile Destroyer is what DDG stands for.
Okay.
By the way. So I loved both ships. I've also been on a repair ship, an auxiliary repair ship, which was my first ship. That was the USS Ajax. And then I was on a submarine tender, which was the USS Sperry. And I didn't so much like those. Too big for me. I liked being on the destroyers best.
Yes, Jack, that was done on a 3D printer. kitty cat. That was done on a Prusa
Say
MP3S.
hi, Tai Tai. Hi, Tai Tai. Tai Tai. Look, look, look. Cats. What are you trying to do to me?
That cat looks like not
got a
much
cat
difference
here
between
and
that and a stuffed cat, except for the hair, right?
yeah, she keeps throwing up on my electronics. She will be.
Ooh.
So Rodney, you asked about the sub that's in the Arkansas River downtown in Little Rock. It's I guess Arkansas has named it the USS Razorback since Razorbacks, but
Uh,
it's dedicated to the USS Snook and the USS Scorpion.
gotcha. Now, that's a World War II submarine, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
How'd it get there?
I guess they floated it up through the Mississippi.
There's a submarine in McAllister. Not McAllister, Muskogee, where the Grumpy's mother lives.
Right. Yeah.
And they floated that up the
Yes, you can
Arkansas
go.
River.
I mean, because the Arkansas River flows in mostly all the rivers flow into the Mississippi, but right there, Memphis, Arkansas border, it goes straight down the border of Arkansas, Mississippi. So
Right.
I'm assuming they came up through the Gulf and then went up the Mississippi and then went that way. So
I got
because
you.
those rivers are pretty, the Arkansas River is pretty deep in some parts.
I thought I heard you say it was a sunken submarine.
Oh no, it's still
Okay.
yeah.
That's why I was wondering how did a submarine sink in the Mississippi?
Got halfway up and then sunk.
That's not
No,
funny.
it's a museum, and you can go in there and tour the bunks and all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah, I remember the one in Muskogee because that was I believe the first collaboration between Mel and Lloyd.
Yeah. I think Rick Halber has the name of the one in Muskogee is the Batfish, the USS Batfish.
Ah.
I think it's the name of that one.
That sounds familiar, actually.
Did I say hello to Night Train and Tim Jackson? Hello, guys. Good morning. In case I
Morning,
didn't.
Lone Star.
Thanks for your confidence, Jack, but I don't have that sort of skill. I found a file that I could print that with.
And Lone Star UAV, good morning to you too, sir. So I was going to post this link. Oh, I did send it to Adrian, so he's probably mad at me now. Wouldn't be the first time. Hey, Rosie, I want to show you something.
Keep your shirt on.
Seriously?
Please.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it if I took my shirt off. I can't even stand to take my shirt off when I'm by myself. I want to show you something.
Oh, wow, you learned.
Now let me close these. Remember the issue I was having was make sure I got it facing the right way.
Yeah. There you
See
go. Look there.
So what'd you do? Take a hacksaw to the arms?
Yeah. I took a file and I filed them down a bit.
That'll work. This is good. You could also file the clips off of the batteries. That would work too.
Yeah, that would definitely work.
Then you could just tape them on when you wanted to use them.
So I don't know if Mel's posted the video yet or not. When we went out to this park when he was flying the fixed wing, the water one, and at the end of the video, I didn't know what he was doing, so he had a Mavic Pro Platinum, and he just takes it and he says, "This is how you fly a Maverick Pro Platinum," and just tosses it into the river or into the pond. And I said, "What? What did what did you just do?" I was like, "Does that that's like $1,500. Like, did you just throw that in the water?" He's like, "It doesn't work." I was like, oh God, thank the Lord. I was like, "You just threw money away." Gave me a heart attack.
Somebody came. Who was it? Parrot? No, it wasn't Parrot. Who came out with the waterproof drone X2? Who made the X2? Is that
That's egg.
Skydio?
That's no, that's you talking about the egg, the what is it?
Yeah, who made that?
Power Egg X.
Power Egg. That's the one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was interested in that for a while.
I'm still interested in it. I mean, it'd be neat to maybe fly a little bit in the rain. You know, you wouldn't really see much, but as long as it's not lightning as well, then you might have a problem. But if it's just raining, that would be interesting. And then maybe fly through a small waterfall or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I wonder if, wow, that'd be a lot of pressure to withstand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody's working on a craft that will do submarine and air.
Now that would be
Well,
awesome.
somebody's got one. I keep seeing an ad on Facebook, and it looks pretty neat. It looks cheap, but it's neat. It's an orange one, and it's I think it's based off the Phantom. It's pretty hefty looking, and it can go in the water and kind of move around, and then come out of the water, and it can fall into the water upside down, and then turn itself back up and come out of the water.
Wow, that's cool. Look, the cat staring at me. Says, "Pet me, pet me." This cat's crazy. Folks, the link is in the chat. If you want to join, please do so. Many plans today, but I may take my Air 2, Mavic Air 2, and go fly somewhere today.
Cool.
Now that the fall colors are beginning to come out.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
I'm thinking about
kind of thing.
maybe next weekend. I might do it. I could go. Well, no, because I'm working 11 to 8 every day this week. So I guess it'll have to be Thursday or Friday of next week. Go up
You know where you ought to go, Rosie?
Huh?
You know where you ought to go?
Where's that?
You ought to go up to Eureka Springs.
Well, that's what I said. I was gonna go up through the Ozarks and see, because they said somebody the other day they've really started changing.
Hey, Lone Star.
Good morning.
Hey there, Lone Star.
How you guys doing this morning?
I'm
Great,
doing
Lone Star. How about you?
Just waking up. Yeah. Got the old coffee going and still early here.
Yeah, you're in Houston, right? No, you're in San Antonio. Yeah. This cat cracks me up.
I bet you cacked that crap up.
There's our color.
Welcome, John DiNardo.
Good morning.
Morning, John.
How are you? I gotta get used to this. What is this, shipyard that you're using?
StreamYards.
Stream. I don't see everybody. Oh, there we go. What's going on?
Not much, bud. How about yourself? Haven't seen you around in a while.
I've been busy at work.
Put your glasses on. You might be able to see, Rodney.
Fine.
Rosie, nobody else is listening. And my glasses are on. Open
Yeah.
your eyes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, see? Look.
I don't think he can see you from that angle. There we go. I was busy out buying cars. I finally got some, so then I got to get them on the web and all that stuff. So it's just been, and with the time change, everything gets dark quick. So to get pictures and
Where'd Financial go to get his glasses?
No, I'm getting cereal. You can see much better with cereal.
Rosie, the serial killer.
Hey, good morning, Dean. Miko Go Still Codger in the house.
Hey, Dean. He's been here for a while.
Oh, has he really? I am sorry, Dean. I didn't even see you come into the chats. My apologies, buddy.
I'm going to see if I can change the camera's orientation on the fly here. This will be an interesting experiment. Looks like that worked.
there you go.
Yep. It sure did.
Must be your cell phone.
It is, yeah.
Is it a Android or is it a
This
Apple?
one's Android. I'm gonna mess with it here for a bit.
I have trouble with my.
Make no adjustments to your TV.
Dennis,
screen.
you're upside down.
Am I really?
No.
You're
I have trouble streaming from my.
When it comes to Rosie, everything's upside down.
Oh, nice to meet you, Rosie. No Presidente.
Hey, John.
You too, Lone Star.
Good morning.
There we go. That's better now.
Did you do a flight this morning? Don't you normally do a flight or something on Saturday mornings?
Are you asking me?
Both of you. Don't you? usually-
Rodney did, but I tried to, but I couldn't connect.
Yeah, then I flew. I went up around 6:30 and flew to about 7 or 6:50, and then Dennis tried to go up, but like he said, he was having troubles with connecting. So
Our crews have they've
Just
kind
missed
of meshed. Rodney started the Saturdays, and Paul started Sundays a long time ago, and now some of the crews kind of fallen off. So it's kind of Saturday and Sunday. We all kind of fly whenever, whatever.
Yeah, you guys used to have like a chain. One guy would do, and then the next sunrise, and then the next sunrise. I always miss some of those. Driving to work, or I was going to pick up cars back down the auction on Saturday morning with the truck.
We put a petition out to change the time that the sun rises and make it more consistent too, but I don't think that petition is going to be approved.
Yeah, we can't get enough. We didn't get enough signatures.
Yeah.
yeah,
They've tried that a few times, right?
There's one in particular we need, and we're not going to get it.
sorry, Cat. Keep your face out of my elbow space.
So did you guys? What do you guys think of that Mini 2?
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty
I
interesting.
think it's a solid craft.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, you have one and been flying it around.
I don't have one, but I had my paws on one.
I picked one up the other day at Best Buy. I haven't opened it yet.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
I
open
want
it
to
up.
do it.
Let's see it.
I want to do it slowly. I don't want to rip the thing open, and I want to go through it.
There's patience, and then there's John DiNardo, I guess.
Yeah. Good
Wow.
morning, Ken Hoffbauer.
No, the reason it's still closed, he had to do it at work, because if he does it at home, his wife find out about his latest purchase, then she'll go out and have a purchase of her own.
Night Train says he's on his first pack this morning. Flies well.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yep.
I have the Mini and a couple other quads, so it's just been, I don't want to just rip the thing open, and I want to be able to do it and fly it. And of course, I got to travel about 5 miles to fly. I can't just go out in the backyard anymore since I'm next to that Air Force base.
So you want
You mentioned that
to
before, yeah.
unbox it while you're flying it? Did I hear that right?
That would be a trick, wouldn't it?
That would be a
that would be
trick.
a good video. I bet it'd get a lot of hits.
I want to see that one.
I'm gonna throw it up in
See
the
how
air,
you pull that off.
dice it up, hit the power
Well, I'm
button.
sure it's doable. I've seen Dennis hop on top of his Mavic Pro and fly off into the distance.
I saw that one too. That was quite the trick.
Yep.
And there was one other person that did that.
That's actually not my original idea. Somebody did that on TikTok, and I stole it.
Yeah, they weren't they like at a beach or something?
Yes, they were actually. Yeah.
I haven't even looked at that TikTok. I've never even downloaded it or seen a video on it or anything.
Well, our son forwarded me the TikTok video, and I said I could do that. He said,
Hey,
no, you can't do that.
Hey, Rick Halber, you have a good day and hope you enjoy your daughter's visit. So you take care, brother. Get you some
See
sleep.
you later, Rick.
See you, Rick. Get good
See
rest.
you later.
See you later. Yeah, Mike Ghost said that Philly found a gimbal problem with the Mini 2. Yeah, they almost all do that in sport mode. If that's the one that you're talking about, when you're really going as fast as it can, the gimbal does the Mavic Air, the original one, did that without a doubt. That was definitely a problem. I still fly that drone. In sport mode, though, unless you make a sharp turn. The Mavic Pro or Mavic 2 Pro will do it also if you're in sport mode. So, it's inherent in all the drones, but I wouldn't pick on the Mini for that. They did correct it on the Air 2, I guess, though, because that camera sticks out farther. Has to do with
it more vulnerable.
I've noticed it happen with my Mavic Air, the Mavic Air 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that one for sure. And I didn't notice that until Billy Kyle told me, because I always fly slow to get my stuff, except I was chasing boats one day.
Yeah.
And they made a sharp turn, and I did the sharp turn, and the thing did this crazy gimbal correction, and I'm like, what the heck was that?
I believe it's called the gimbal speed control can't keep up with the angle of attack that the drone is making, so that's why it does that. It's trying to, but it can't.
I think in the Mavic 2 documentation, if I remember correctly, they mentioned the fact that if you're in sports mode, the gimbal is going to be behind the operation of the vehicle. I don't know how they worded it.
Yeah,
but if I remember, it's actually documented that way, and it's probably in the other documentation as well. I don't know anybody else who reads those manuals, so not making accusations. Don't get me wrong.
I read them.
Do you? Okay.
I should have read the sky.
I don't read the whole thing. I read bits and pieces.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I generally skip the safety section. Who needs safety?
Rodney doesn't read anything. He doesn't read. Rodney doesn't read.
Reading.
DJI can put all their disclaimers in the safety section. They're good to go, right?
Yeah.
I hope they have it in German so I can read it too.
I chuckle sometimes when I do read instructions, especially if the product is from a foreign country, and the way they translate it,
Well, I actually worked in a translation field for a while as a German linguist, and I can tell you they actually machine translate it, meaning they take the text, feed it through a computer, and take that text and just throw it out there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Good morning, Bent Rail Productions. How are you today?
They're like different levels of translation. You got the MT machine translation, then you got proofread, and then you've got a native level.
Right.
Where people actually go in and make sure it's
spot on.
No, to as it was written by a native. So.
Right. The only undocumented gimbal problem I've seen on a DJI craft is if you're flying in normal mode, P mode they call it, and you go at full speed and you have your gimbal pointed any direction but straight forward, and then you let off the sticks hard, just let them off. That gimbal will go straight. It'll point straight forward, regardless where it was pointed before. And I don't think they've ever solved that. I
I've
stopped.
never heard of that.
The Mavic 2s definitely do that, or they did. Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not sure if they solved that, but they did for the first year or so. And then
So like if you were pointed down and you're going, in P mode, and you just let off of it, the camera will come back up.
Yep.
Huh.
You
That's
Oh,
my first
wonder
time
which
hearing about
people-
that.
You can play with the algorithm for the braking on that.
Yeah.
If you go into the settings, so it doesn't come to such an abrupt stop, and you can
Okay.
smooth that out. But of course, if you're used to flying it one way and you know when to stop that thing, and you can kind of judge how many feet.
Oh,
When you change that, it's going to go a little further. So
You
gotta
have to get acclimated to it
Yeah.
again.
around and oh, I know I can stop here and it won't hit that tree. It might wind up right in that tree.
right.
Yeah.
Wall. Yeah.
That might.
But if you
solve
have
it.
your sensors on, it's gonna stop automatically anyway.
That might solve it, but it's not a matter of the gimbal not keeping up with the tilt of the aircraft.
It's just
the way
changing completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reorients.
Right. The bird does like a nosedive when it stops and does
Right.
a jiggle like this. But you can actually smooth that out when you let off the stick. So it does-
I'm aware of that. That's an
But-
invitation for me to hit a tree. Just
right,
like that.
right.
I
Or
know I
the
would.
your sensors won't help you. You'll slam right into that tree.
Which Dennis is apparently getting pretty good at hitting trees.
Yeah, I am.
Are you?
Sorry, Dennis.
I-
I had to take that shot, buddy. Had to take that shot.
I noticed that on this channel. You guys dig it right in there. It's like you guys will remember Porky's. Remember Porky's, the movie?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys used to harass everybody. That was it. They were best friends, but boy, would they stick it to each other.
Yeah. As goofy as that movie kind of was, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned that nowadays, anyone under, say, 30, maybe even 40, I don't know. They just, what? What movie? I don't know.
Well, that was like an early, late 70s, early movie, 80s movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, something
Probably.
like that.
It's about the same time as Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
Animal House.
Animal House, that was another one.
Yeah. There were a few like that.
Hmm. 81.
Is that when it was made?
Looks like it.
Well,
November 13th, 1981.
I knew it was between the 40s and the 90s.
well, that was pretty
Narrow
good.
that right down. So when you were born to now.
Yeah, I remember when the Mavic Air 2 came out, people were seemed to have been having problems with it. I know Drone Bum was one. In fact, he had to send his in and it got replaced.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But I fortunately haven't. The only problem I have with mine is when I try to calibrate the sensors, it doesn't seem to want to calibrate, but they seem to work fine. And
My
I
Mavic
don't,
2 Zoom wants to be calibrated every time, every flight.
My Mavic Air original wants to calibrate every time I have to take off. It needs to be calibrated.
The compass in it.
Yeah, compass calibration. Now my Phantom, it wanted sensor calibrations at one point, but it stopped giving me that message. I don't know if it corrected itself or what, and I couldn't. I tried on every type of screen I could find, and it would not take that sensor calibration.
Reading the chat.
I'm good, Brad. How are you today, buddy?
That's the only one I didn't buy. I didn't buy an Air 2. because I have a Mavic, the Pro 2 or 2 Pro, to say it right, Mavic 2 Pro, I guess is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that one does everything I need for that type of shots. I'm not that good at editing or anything like that. So that camera that I have on that Mavic, 2 Pro is just amazing. I'll probably never learn all the settings on it correctly unless I get into photography a little better. But
Yeah.
it does exactly what I want it to do when I want it to do it. But the cool thing about these minis
Does it wash dishes?
It does. So all you gotta do, you can't turn the drone upside down though with the sponges on the blade. You have to keep it this way because it automatically shuts off. I found out when you flip
And
it
you can't
upside
submerge it. You can't submerge it like Mel did.
Well,
down. Right. So you gotta hold it.
But don't put it in sport mode because the studs are just unreal.
They blow- but and then the other ones I just play with. The only drone I've been really disappointed with was that Skydio. With
The Skydio 2?
yeah, I have
You
one.
didn't like it?
Well, it's not that I don't like it. I like to be in control of the drone. You're not.
Yeah,
in
if you don't, I mean, I say, and Sean Oz, he disagrees with me, but if you want something to literally autonomously follow you everywhere, that's the drone for you. If you don't want to have any, real control, just get that drone. If you want a camera that's gonna work for you, that's that.
Right.
That's what you need.
Sorry,
But if you want
Rosette,
to, if you want to control every shot, every angle, you need something else. But the Skydio is like, I would say that'd be like for a news reporter. He can throw it up and then he can do his talking and stuff, and it'll follow him around and do whatever he needs. He won't need any crew or anything. So
who's this Sean Oz guy? What?
Isn't he that tattoo guy that does videos?
yeah, the one that just won another award.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, it was a privilege to meet him and Ken Dono
Oh yeah, I love Sean. He's
at
cool.
Spin Up.
We had a really good time at Spin Down.
And
in
there was
Colorado. He is so
Ken
lucky to
Hightower wants to
actually
talk
live in
to
a place like that.
good morning, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Morning, how are y'all?
Morning.
How many Kens do we know? Jesus.
I'm pretty boring to be on your screen, but I wanted to come in and say hi so we can see what I look like.
Well,
we know.
you're just as ugly as the rest of us.
Right.
Speak for yourself, Rodney.
Let's see.
You're the
How
ugliest
many
one of the
people here
bunch,
don't wear
El
glasses?
Presidente.
Oh, my heart, it hurts so much.
Oh,
Who
you
doesn't-
get over
who
it,
doesn't
bud.
belong? Who doesn't wear glasses here? Let's see.
Oh, yeah, he's the only one without glasses on, for Christ's sakes. Look at
That's because he's
He's
a
making it.
not an old fart.
that.
That'll change when he gets older.
It will.
When you're 13, you don't need glasses.
Boy, I wish I was 13 still.
Don't we all?
Absolutely. Yep.
I wouldn't want to be 13 again.
So Ken, where are you from?
Well, I live in St. Augustine, Florida, but I travel all the time.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now, I'm currently in Oklahoma City right now working. I just got back from Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're up the street from me.
So I have a Mavic Air 2
Yep.
All right.
that I use. Hang on, I gotta switch it back to stream first. I was trying to watch the chat. Okay. I did buy this yesterday or 2 days ago too.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
And I did already open it. I flew it yesterday.
Very
How was it? Mine's still sealed.
It flies good. I like it a lot.
Later today, I'm going to open this thing. I even got a memory card.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll tell you a stupid mistake I made, and that'll show you how dumb I am when it comes to drones. So, I was on Philly Drone Life last night chatting with a Lon.
Yep, Lon.
Oh, Lon.
He was really going out of his way to try to help me last night because it was driving me nuts. I had everything installed yesterday. I was flying it, and I couldn't find the quick shots anywhere on the app. And I know where they are on the Mavic Air 2, which they should be in the same place for the Mini 2. So it was driving me nuts. I couldn't figure it out. An hour talking to this guy back and forth during the chat. When we got off, I realized I had never put a memory card in the drone.
There
And
you go.
I put the SD card in the drone. Sure enough, there were the quick shots. They all popped right up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you
I
have
was
to
like,
have a
oh,
memory card in it for the shots to come out?
Yep, they would not populate on the app above the little video and camera button. If you above the, you know how you start your video and start your camera with the app on the
None of
phone?
that's there. Yeah.
That little icon above it is usually how you bring up the quick shots in 1080 and 4K and 2.7. Well, if this SD card is not in there, all that button up there does is switch you from video to camera. That's all it does.
So is there a what do I want to say? Is there a setting that allows you to choose internal versus external storage?
No, there's no internal storage that I can see.
Oh, well, if there's no internal storage, then the quick shots are not going to work. Yeah.
Right.
I have to agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see
I
any.
mean, yeah, makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of the mistake I'd make too. I'd scratch my head over that for weeks.
Well,
It was driving me crazy.
that's why I read the entire manual on the Skydio, because when you first turn that thing on and everything, if you don't have a memory card in there, you don't see any video. It will do nothing if you don't have a video card in it
Yeah.
on the Skydio. But I mean,
Won't even take off.
nope, won't do anything. It'll
Wow.
connect to your thing and you can see some of the settings, but there's no camera. The camera doesn't come on or anything. At least in the original firmware. I haven't tried it with the newer firmware since I got it back. But the only thing I want to test that, because I fly in some shaded areas, and the more that I'm learning about that drone, I want to do these shots. There's a place that finally opened up where I can actually fly at, where I can come up a stream, and it's a beautiful stream, and it goes underneath a bridge and then goes down a waterfall. And I want to fly up the stream under that bridge, but it gets real dark. And the Skydio doesn't fly in the dark. It doesn't have a compass in it. It only relies on the cameras. I don't know what'll happen when it goes into the darkness. And then is it going to just drop, or what's going to happen? I don't know. And I haven't seen anybody's video that flown it into a dark spot.
Hey, good morning, Curtis Dart.
Hey, Curtis.
Hey, Curtis. And by the way, Brent Nunley, was it Brent or was it Bent Rail? Somebody left us.
Yeah, Bent Rail.
Bent Rail.
Curtis has been putting up some interesting stuff that he's making for people. He's got like a little cartoon character list going. It's pretty cool.
He does some good work. Curtis does.
Holy smokes! People don't realize how much the rendering and everything that he's doing to make those things. You know, it's phenomenal to do that. But to create those little clips and pictures that he makes, it's got to be hours and hours of work for one guy to do that. And he's just learning this stuff. It looks pretty good.
Wow.
I know I can't do anything like that. I'm just not.
I want to try.
I do too. It's just the timing. You know, I get so involved at work, you know, and then when you get out of work, it's like,
I don't want to do anything.
yeah. That's why I don't want to rush through opening the Mini. I might try to film it. I know everyone's got their unboxings and everything, but I want to try and just film one, and that I'll try to edit and everything and put online just for the hell of it. But I know I'll be late to the game, but at least I have one, and I can. That's going to be my carry it everywhere drone, just like I do now with the regular Mini. This one, they say, is even better, and you don't have to worry, because where I fly, it's always, you know, pretty crappy environments and everything for Wi-Fi signals. So the OcuSync 2 will hopefully just be amazing, and I'll either keep the Minis, the other Minis, or I'll just get rid of them. I don't know yet.
Thanks,
Mr.
Brad.
Crowley and his drone is in the house. Good morning.
Hey,
Hello,
Mr. Crowley. Oh, single frame of 3D takes 2 hours to render. Curtis Dart.
So does that mean 2 frames take 4 hours? I'm curious.
Hey, Curtis, Brad
My
asked
sticker.
you to post the link to your channel. Oh, there it is. All right, never mind. I didn't say anything, Curtis. Didn't say a word.
I gotta switch.
Encourage you to post your link. That wasn't me. It must have been Kim. We'll blame it on the new guy.
Yeah, thanks.
I gotta go.
All right,
pick
guys.
up.
So I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna get it ready. I'm gonna get ready for work and stuff and clean up a little bit.
See what happened to mine.
All right.
Morning.
All right, Rosie. You have a good day, brother. Hope it's better for you today.
Good to meet
Oh
you.
yeah.
Rodney, there's something wrong with your cup.
It's empty.
It's got a hole in it.
Got a hole in it. Yeah.
It's obvious. It leaked out all the
Useless.
coffee.
Useless.
Mine's wearing out. I use it so much.
Yeah.
Then I
Mine's
dropped
still in
it
pretty
the other
good
day.
shape.
I dropped it and cracked the top, but it's still okay. It doesn't leak.
I think I lost 2 circles, didn't I, Rodney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, it's in pretty good shape.
those are protons. So you've got
Oh.
2 electrons and 2 protons now. So the elements changed.
Yeah.
Well, now it's 1 electron, 1 proton, right? Because you can't
Yeah.
have 2 electrons and no protons.
That's true.
The Earth would fall apart.
Isn't that what I said? You got 2
You
protons
might have.
and 2 neutrons. But originally it was 4.
It was 4, but I have none, so mine fell apart.
Well, maybe that's why it's empty.
That may be.
That could be it.
May very well be. Well, John, I'll see what I can't do to get you another cup.
I tried to look for a link or something where I could buy one, but I didn't see
You know who RC Crazy is, right?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Tiffany is his wife, and she's the one that makes my cups. The link is in the link to her channel is in the description below, but I'm going to go ahead and post it in here. I don't get anything. I don't get any profits from this. It all goes to Tiffany and her family. So if y'all want to buy any Rodney Bell merch, as it were, that's the place to go.
All right, I'm gonna make a shortcut to that, so I'll have it. There we go. Put it right on my desktop. I drive people crazy with all the icons I have on my desktop. Like that's what Windows 10 likes. They love icons. I got 2 screens full of icons.
You know, I'll put an icon on the desktop so it'll be easy to get to. I always end up going down to the windows
And typing it in, yeah.
corner and going that route. And it's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, my desktop's filled with all sorts of, but I have them in order so I know, for all my editing the pictures for the car lot and stuff is over here to put them on the server and then to upload them, and then everything on this screen over here is for my Fraser program to do all the logging and everything of the cars, and then I have YouTube right down the center of everything. So
yeah, and Mike Night Train, he gets his stickers from her.
oh, cool. So she must have a page with all your guys' stuff on it, right?
Yeah, and that link should take you to it. It's a Facebook page.
I'm gonna like it, so that should actually make it so it's part of my Facebook, right? When you like that page.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. And now I have a shortcut to it. I added to my icons on the desk. Oh yeah, look at I noticed some of the stuff right in her design at the top.
Yeah, she does pretty good work too. Another thing she made for me, well, she made a Rodney Bell hat for me, but she also made this. she made this for me, and this is what I put my iPad in when I'm traveling.
Well,
And that, well, that was before I actually bought a plastic case, because I was going to start using my iPad for editing, and I still haven't managed to figure that out yet. But
Right.
she made this as well. So it's got Velcro at the top.
Oh, that's
And
not bad.
if you have an iPad mini, I'm pretty sure she could make you one too if you wanted one.
You know, I had originally bought an iPad Air for my Parrot stuff because it just fit into the, remember those big Sky controllers they had for those Parrot Bebop 1s and 2s? I don't know if you guys ever saw that Parrot stuff. Oh my God, it looked like you were in a jetpack, literally. Has these big handles that come up with thumbsticks on it, and you
Oh,
can
really?
pad in it. Oh yeah. It's called a Sky controller, or Sky controller. The Sky controller 2, they made it real small and it fits in your hand like a controller, and your phone fits in it. But the original one had an antenna literally like this big on the front of it. You'll have to look that controller up. I have 2 of those controllers from flying around. I used to fly that Parrot everywhere.
Didn't the Typhoon H have a big controller like that?
The Typhoon H, it's more of a hand controller, the ones I've seen.
Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong.
This is literally has 2 handles up here like this. You got a big strap. There's a big plate to put your iPad in, or when you put your phone in it, it looks stupid because it's, you know, the controller is so big.
Right. Yeah. I guess I got I've seen it and I've gotten confused about what it was.
Yeah, it was such a blast to fly, but you know, in the beginning, I think that was around 2014, 13 or 14, and people would look at you because you had this. I mean, the strap's huge, and it's just this big thing. And then if you have an iPad Pro in the thing, or Air in it, you know, it's even bigger. It's just ungodly. Fun to fly though.
Yeah.
Some of my early videos, I still have so much footage I never did anything with, just sitting on hard drives.
So, Ken, you in Oklahoma City for business?
I am. I manage insurance adjusters. I'm an independent contractor, but we're down here for an ice storm that happened about 10 days ago. There's about 1,000 claims that came in. So they bring in independent people to come make sure that the insurance get taken care of quickly.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay. There's you guys just had they just had a hailstorm up there not too long ago that they're working.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oklahoma is notorious for hailstorms and tornadoes. Not so much ice storms. Ice storms in Oklahoma was a rarity when I was a kid. But hail and tornadoes, you just as a kid growing up, if the tornado alarm went up, the siren went off for a tornado, everybody just kind of shrugged their shoulders and looked up at the sky, you know, like, okay, where is it?
What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Go down in the cellar, but half the places don't have cellars out there, right? They have to actually make a tornado thing, aren't they? Most of the houses built on slabs.
well, maybe the newer houses, but I know there a lot of the houses. Well, let me put it this way: in Tulsa, the only way you could get a cellar in Tulsa is if you owned like. Are you leaving, Dennis?
I am. I have company here.
Bye, Dennis.
See you guys later.
Hey,
See ya.
be good,
All right.
Dennis.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks for being in. But
I gotta leave in like 15 minutes. I gotta go haul some pellets for a pellet stove for somebody. I got my truck out there. I'm gonna pick up a load of pellets, couple tons.
okay. But mostly in the smaller towns, all the houses when they built the houses, because most of them sit on large lots of land, they would build a cellar, a storm shelter, if you will.
There's a guy on YouTube. Well, there's a couple of guys, but there's this one guy that does all these, fallout shelters. They used to call them, where he builds these things underground. They're amazing. He brings them in, and they dig this big hole. Half of them they're like fiberglass, and they put them together in the hole and have their own air treatment and everything on there.
Curtis, I didn't know you were from Oklahoma.
Lawton?
Yeah,
that's right. Every night in the spring, I strive.
And that's pretty much true.
Jesus. We've had a few around here in New England, where I am in Massachusetts. Devastating. And they're small ones compared to what they get out there. I mean, I just couldn't imagine one every other week or something, or a warning about it. It's just, you see the videos on the devastation. It's like, oh my God, and then they rebuild and it happens again the next year. It's like, oh. Yeah.
Back in, I forget which year it was. It was back in I'm pretty sure it was in the late 80s, maybe early 90s. My son was going to college there in Oklahoma City. And when that big F5 tornado went through Moore, Oklahoma, and he said he stepped outside of his dorm, and you could actually see from where he was at, you could actually see the funnel cloud going along. And the damage path that created was at points almost a mile wide.
Yeah, you just don't, until you experience it, you don't understand how Mother Nature can just do stuff like that.
And
I was in Kansas for 5 years, and I had more than my fair share of dodging tornadoes.
Yeah.
They had it set up to where the police dispatcher could get into the cable TV, and all of a sudden your screen would go black, and all you hear is a voice coming over saying, "You got about 5 minutes to get your ass to the shelter."
Yep. It's devastating. Jesus.
Well, of course, we were living in a tornado magnet, aka trailer house.
Oh yeah.
To jump in the car, go down to local high school, and hide in the gym. And then 10 years ago,
my aunt and uncle lived in a trailer park in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and they had a tornado come through there, and fortunately it was just a small one. It was an F1, so the damage path wasn't quite as wide, but it went through their trailer park, and it missed their house. It missed their trailer, and it tore out like about 100 yards of trailer houses as it went through.
Yeah, well, about 10 years ago, a tornado hit there in Chapman, Kansas, and it missed both trailer parks, went right through the middle of town, wiped out the set gym at the high school. It wiped out 3 schools, 3 churches, funeral home, everything downtown Chapman was leveled.
Yeah. And tornadoes are funny. There was back in when I was in high school, this had to have been about, I think it was like 1971. There was a tornado come through Tulsa, and they would show the video from the air of the damage path, and you'd see like 2 or 3 houses just completely destroyed on one side of the street, and then it goes over to, so the tail was doing this number, and it was alternating sides of the street, and it just went straight up this street, and about every 2 or 3 houses would be damaged, and then there'd be 2 or 3 that were undamaged. But on the other side of the street, the houses opposite of the undamaged houses was damaged. So the tail was moving, it was bouncing.
Huh.
And that happens a lot with a tornado too. They're very unpredictable.
That's
unpredictable.
That's true with fires too. Like my building here back in 2011, we had that out in New England. We had this 2 feet of snow all of a sudden, right the day before Halloween. And I put all my vehicles inside, and they had an issue with the 07 Mini Coopers where they just ignite, explode. And I caught all that on camera. And the way that the fire inside a steel building, it's 11,000 square foot steel building. There was an American flag on one side, and 10 feet over, and it stayed pristine. 10 feet over, there was a waste oil furnace, and it melted the chamber on the waste oil furnace. And then it melted some of the cars in the middle, so the flames would go up and twist around, and then come down in certain areas depending on it's just crazy. It looks like a tornado does the same thing. It just kind of bounces around.
Yeah.
To go. It's weird.
Good morning, Mela.
You can't predict something like that. I mean, mathematically you can, but it's just the variables are just incredible.
Yeah.
How are you going to predict where that tornado is going to go the next, Scary thing Mother Nature can be.
It can
All
be.
right, gentlemen, I'm going to hop off of here. I need a refill on coffee.
All right, Lone Star. Well, you have a good one, brother. Thanks for
You have
popping.
a good one.
Nice meeting you.
See you later. Nice to meet you.
See you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to jump in the truck and head up north here and grab those things. I still got another 10 minutes before I'd have to leave anyway.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pretty much end this one.
Okay.
But thanks for coming in, John. Ken, it's good to meet you.
Good to
Nice
meet you.
Hope you can join us again on future shows.
Absolutely.
So,
Appreciate you having me on.
no problem, brother. And you be safe on your travels.
Hey, real quick, the only bad thing about where I am right now is I'm literally a half a mile from Tinker Air Force Base, so I can't even power my drones up here in the hotel room. I got to drive about.
Oh man,
That's how I am. Yeah.
I've been in that position too.
I live right across from the airport tower, and where my shop is only a mile away. I'm at the end of one of the runways. I can't do any. I can turn them on, but you can't do anything with them.
Right.
The Skydio will fly anywhere.
Yeah. Hey, Bent Rail Productions. Thank you for your support, brother. I'm a veteran, and anybody else that's a veteran, thank you for your service.
Yep.
And
Wednesday's Veterans Day.
yeah.
Taking my girl, she's a veteran. We're gonna go
Tuesday or Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday. Wednesday. Yeah. Let's hope it's Wednesday. I booked a hotel down at the beach for Wednesday, so I'm usually not wrong with those dates. But
yeah. All right, Curtis. Well, you have a good one, brother. And thanks for popping in, my friend.
See you, Curtis. Doing a good job on your cartoon characters there and everything, on your little movies you're making and clips. Looks good. So, all right, guys. Thanks for having me in, Rodney. Good to meet you, Ken.
You're welcome, John. Anytime, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna look for your mug on her site later today, I hope. And
Okay.
I'm gonna go move some pellets. See you later.
All right. Have a good one, John. Take care.
Yeah. I'm just gonna figure out how to.
Yeah, I guess he figured it out. All right, Ken.
Yes, sir. It was nice meeting you. Appreciate you having me on. I was a little nervous. I don't usually go on the channels like that, but I'm trying to get better at this.
Well, hey, you're always welcome to come on. Just let me know, and I'll send you the link.
Absolutely.
All right. All right, brother. Well, take care.
You too.
All right, man. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being in the chats. I do appreciate it. Hello, Chris Hope. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just ending the stream here. And but I hope you all have a good day. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, starting with Drone Bum in Long Island, New York. We'll start the Sunday sunrise stream, starting with Drone Bum, and then on to me, then to Dennis Lovelady, and then off to Fly Natural in Arkansas, and then to the House of Hope in Texas. Brent Arios, good morning, brother. How are you today? Okay, Gary, I will look for that. Anyway, you all take care. Have a great weekend. And don't forget tomorrow. And then also Sunday night is 400 AGL's live stream. And then Monday night, we got the Grumpy Vlogger. Be sure to check out their streams. Y'all take care. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye now. And we'll talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye now.